Yo, 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 it's your boy, call me Mitchy, back with some more Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. I got the Masters, I said that already, I'm sure you guys know that, but yeah, we're gonna go through some replays, hope you guys enjoy. Um, Let me know if you guys have any questions about the deck list, and yeah. First deck is against Kashtira. No, this is just Kashtira. This is just mainstream Kashtira. Here we go, second in this first game. Let's go. Kind of like Kashtira because they don't take forever on every turn. Makes Diablos the Mind Hacker. This card's pretty busted. Banishes a card from our deck. And from our extra deck as well. This spell lets him summon a monster from the graveyard. Or banish, which is pretty correct. Oops, sorry. Get Pot of Extravagance and Pot of Duality, so a lot of draw power here. But since we Pot of Extrav, Diablos has an effect to let him banish cards based on the amount of cards that we banish, so he gets to banish 6 cards, and it's kind of pretty crack, kind of sorta. We get to add Ariana. This is before I made the changes to the deck, so some of the later games you'll see I do not have Ariana in the deck, and probably when I go for Masters 1, then I will not have Ariana in the deck at all, but you'll see it in the later games. But Ariana gets a Lady, and since we activate a monster effect, Kashtira Ogre gets to search from the top 5 card and gets to banish our Epidemic from the top of our deck. He loses to Gozen, I think, and Feeberry, so he keeps Ogre instead of the Diablos, kind of interesting. And then he also gets to with the preparation, he gets to banish a card in our hand, so he gets to banish our second Lady. He's banished 2 ladies already. The ashes are welcome. Before he gets to battle, we use Dogmatica so we can use his effect. And then this lets us draw a card and set a card. We set Dogmatica again. Pretty good card in this matchup. So now, because he has a Psychic, and that's a Dark Psychic, we're allowed to summon Ice Dragon and banish both these cards from the field. That lets him banish 1 card from our hand. No, sorry, summon a card and then banish a card from our hand. It banishes Trap Trick, but we still have 2 more cards set down. And then he uses Soul Drains so that cards can't be activated from the graveyard. But we were already activating our PSY, and PSY returned the Kashtira Ogre, so he can no longer summon it with the Kashtira Birth. Gonna get our Lady out. Sorry, our Lovely. I'll mix up the names. And that was game. Next game is against Floo under Ease. Floo under Ease. And second against Wanderers is always fun. Gets Pot of Duality. Gets a Defissure. Activates Defissure and gets to use his Wandering Rings. Searches Rubino and gets Toucan, so that you can add the pen back. And gets Rubino, searches the field or trap, gets 5 and passes. And the big play against Flanderies, I think, is you have to just go into the battle phase, even if you don't have evenly matched. They're so afraid of it at this point because this card can only be activated during the main phase. So you can just go ahead, activate, or enter battle, make them activate the trap, and then set all your cards so that he doesn't summon the card that spins back. Instead, he summons the monster negation, which we can negate with skill drain or with Falling Strike. I honestly, going back in this game, I don't know which card I would have rather not set, but I think Torrential Tribute, I should have sent both Torrential Tribute. I don't know which card I shouldn't have set, but we skill drain. We use Torrential Tribute, he doesn't do anything, and then we skill drain, and then he negates. But we should have just saved skill drain for after. It didn't matter though. Now all the effects are negated, and we can go into Trap Trick for welcome. We got our big monster out, is kind of over. I don't think they have anything that beats over 3,000. But we always draw into freaking lovely Labrynth. This is so crazy. We just keep drawing into this card. Now the game is to just beat him, but he's surrendered. Kashtira began. Lone Wolf is playing Kashtira. Pure Kashtira with a ton of back row hate. I think I remember this game, to be honest. It was pretty intense, if I remember correctly. We go first. Get full engine. It's another game where you don't really want Ariana in hand. Ariana gets Ash. Or sorry, impermed. Gets to summon with big welcome, but he has another Ash. He gets the search's trap, or sorry, his continuous spell. We summon Lady so that we can get another trap next turn. Get B barriers so that they can't get fusion monsters. And then we do Dogmatica so that we can destroy both of these cards with one card. He has another U1 in his hand though, so he gets to summon it. And then he fusion, or sorry, XYZs it off. Gets to banish a card from the extra deck and then a couple from the main. Destroys a card. And then banishes the card from the graveyard as well. And then he makes his Zeus. Zeus is pretty busted, but he doesn't. I don't know if he remembered that I had B-Berry set. So he's gonna summon another Kashtira monster. And before he does that, we're gonna summon a Welcome Labyrinth. Then he gets banished because we activate a monster effect. We add back Dogmatica because his card's pretty busted right now. We leave Zeus because Zeus can be dealt with B-Barrier. But he doesn't even activate it because Lovely's on the field. You have to reset Welcome, pop a card in his hand, get rid of the D-Fissure, and then it's game. We would have reset that card with the, sorry. I'm blanking on what the card is called now. We would have destroyed this trap if it activated. With Parries of the Overroot. Oh my god, I forgot what the card's name was. Okay. I didn't even look at this guy's deck, but we'll see what it is. Another Kashtira deck. Another Kashtira, but with Runnick. I kind of was interested to see if this would be good with the Runnick Kashtira. Oh, I think this was before the changes still, because I also removed the field spell when I removed it around. Because we activate a monster effect, he gets Banish. Use Big Welcome, we're going to pop a card in the field. Get a pop card in the hand too. Use his tip. So we have Epidemic set, so now we get to destroy all the spells, including the ones in his hand. And then we would have also destroyed the trap with the Lovely effect. So, yeah, that was a pretty quick game. And then next one is Spright with Bestial. Yeah, I think this is where, I think if it wasn't this game, it's the next game where we change the deck completely up. Always love starting with a lovely in our hand, as per usual. Okay, so it wasn't this game. This is the next game, I think. That 2 pass. Since he summoned the frog, I assumed he didn't have any other way to summon. We were able to get field spell, activate for lady, and then we would trap trick if he had another summon. We trap trick into welcome, and then we should have done chain 1 welcome and chain 2 lord. The lord would summon first, and then we could pop his back row, but I kind of misplayed. We set epidemic just because it stops a lot of the plays that Spright makes if you can get rid of like smashers in their turn, or if you can get rid of like the starter, for example. Activate, and then another thing is that the field spell will let this become an OTK. Activate. He uses the bestial card to banish, and it would have been an OTK if I didn't activate Lord to protect our traps. He had a infinite imperm. He could not use it because we had Lovely on the field, and he also didn't have any traps, so that was kind of unfortunate. But that would have been a kill right there if he played that correctly. Now though, he doesn't have any level 2s, and we know that he's out of level 2 plays unless you can summon the frog. He got the frog destroyed, and we get to pop 1, draw 1. He imperms us, and because he activates a normal trap, we're allowed to set a trap. We get our pot of E as well from Lord, and he surrenders because he cannot summon anymore. That game. No tier limit, please. That's this guy's name. He's Kashtira with the Punk engine. Kashtira PUNK, and this is definitely where I think I started changing the deck. I think at first I removed Ariana and kept the field spell, and then I just removed the field spell, removed Ariana, and then I added Lava Golem, and I added Ice Dragon's Prison. But after this game, the field spell's gone. In this iteration, I don't think there's the Ariana. Activate. Set 2 pass. Kashtira, like I said, floodgates are pretty good against Kashtira. Goes into battle. We want to just destroy all the monsters he controls. He gets to banish a card regardless. But we get to summon Lord, set Pot of Extravagance, summon Ariana, or sorry, Lovely, so that we can reset Dogmatic next turn. And then, yeah, that was kind of it. And we can go into this turn, Pot of Extravagance, get to draw 2. He gets to banish cards because cards were banished. So, yeah, very insightful for me. But Kashtira Birth is pretty broken, so I had to find a way to play around that. He activate Lord, set 3 pass. He uses Super Poly, and he discards 2 revolves, so he's kind of out of plays. He makes the starting Beast Venom Dragon, what we call XYZ, in case he has another Kashtira monster, and then summon from the graveyard. And this monster has more attack, so the fusion monster would have done nothing, so he would have needed another Kashtira monster, but he was running out. So yeah, that was the game. And then these games were finalized. This is where we didn't even have Ariana or the field spell. This is against another Kashtira. Your Kashtira. Going second. Pretty good hand, but we need a way to search. We need a way to summon for Eradicator. He summons Ogre. Ogre is pretty good. We can use Pot of Duality, see what we get. No evening match, but we get a big welcome, so now Eradicator can be used next turn. We keep Compulse in our hand because we're okay with him banishing it with Trap if he has it. Now that he set D-Fissure though, I kind of want to wait to make my plays until he finishes this turn, so that I can find a way to get rid of the D-Fissure. I'm gonna big welcome. activate, and then we get to use the Lord. So now we use Trap Trick. That was the way that we were going to use. We were going to get around this so that we can summon another monster next turn. We'll set Big Welcome, but after Trap Trick, we'll only be able to use one more trap. So Eradicator is the last trap we'll be able to use this turn, but next turn we'll be able to summon another monster. Get rid of all of his traps. And that was just so that he couldn't banish any cards in our hand. Now we can summon again, and then we can reset whatever trap we want. We reset Big Welcome. He gets to banish the cards from our deck. As you guys can see now, we have Lava Golem instead of Ariana. And having Big Welcome is really nice. Oh, and we also added Imperial Iron Wall, if you guys remember that card. It's pretty good against Kashtira, but I haven't ran into it yet, so. And that's what I meant. Look at this. So did you guys see that? Kashtira Rise Heart was sent because of Tears of the Overroot, but because it got banished instead of sent to the graveyard, Imperm was not reset. So Tears of the Overroot just became a removal instead of setting Imperm. We get to destroy another card in the hand. Now we get to use summon with Big Welcome. We get to pop another card. We get to summon with Lady. That's game. So yeah, this new iteration of the deck, if you guys want more replays, let me know, because it's super different than how a lot of people are playing Labrynth right now. But I am personally having so much fun with it. So this is against a pure Spright. And then after I changed the deck, I think I won like 4-1. So this new iteration of the deck is pretty spanking good. A good Lava Golem going first feels bad, but it could be useful. That 4-pass. This is kind of reminiscent of our hands that you'd used to get if you played Eldwood. We compulsory here because he summons red. If he doesn't have another monster to summon, like Nimblebeaver or something, then this is going to be his only play. So we'll just stop that right now. And then he Melffys. We summon with Trap Trick. Summon with Welcome. He defizzers us, so all monsters are sent to the banish, or any card is sent to the banish, and now both of our welcomes. And this iteration also is only playing 2 welcomes, so now both of our welcomes are gone. We still have Trap Trick though, so reset Trap Trick. He imprims us. We set Skill Drain. Skill Drain just wins the game for us off the rip. Skill Drain is back in the main deck. I set it aside for a second, but it's just too good. It's too good. Like it insta wins against decks like this. So good game. Sorry you got floodgated. Okay, and do last game against Spright with the Bestial engine. This game was, I think, my rank up game, if I'm not mistaken. So. Once again, I have 3 ladies and I have 1 lovely, and I swear I start with lovely in my hand more than I start with lady. But he'd break completely. We get to summon with Welcome. He ashes us, but we still get Lord summon. Lord will get Pot of Extravagance for next turn. Oh, and I wanted to show this because it's a nice OTK. Let's check this out. Get Pot of Duality, but we're not going to use it because we're going to OTK. We have Trap Trick. We have our second Lord, and know that even if we didn't have our second Lord, we could do this combo. So we're going to attack. We use Trap Trick. Imagine I didn't attack a second time. We're going to use Trap Trick. We're going to summon with Big Welcome. And Big Welcome will give us another 3,000 monster. And then once Lord is resent to the hand, so I'm sure I've said this before, but once Lord is resent to the hand, you can activate its effect and summon onto the field. So this would have been an OTK without this second Lord. If you just have a Lord of the Heavenly Prison on the field and then a Big Welcome set, you can OTK with no monsters on the board. And you'd also pop a monster too, which is nice. But they impermed us, so we couldn't pop a card in their hand. It didn't matter though, this is a game. 2000 HP, as you guys can see. So okay, 1 turn kill, feels nice. And that's the games. So yeah, if you guys want more, I mean, I know those weren't a lot of games, but to kind of go over how we got to Masters. If you guys wanted to see more, just let me know. They were really fun to do, so hopefully we'll get to Masters 1 and show that off. But for now, I'm off. Hope you guys enjoyed. GG's. Let me know what you think. Yeah, adios.